Hello, welcome back to WWTA News. Thank you for returning. I'm gonna try something different here. I've been trying to keep up with all this news and still do everything else that I have to do. This is some of the hardest stuff to do. I applaud everybody that's running a YouTube channel because this is work on top of work on top of work, and it's a lot. All right, so let me just say thank you for returning. Um, I'm going to try something new. What I'm going to do is try to bring all the news at the end of the week and discuss it. And, I want you all to put your comments below on what you think about the news. And so we're gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try it. So welcome back. Before we get started, if you have not hit that like button, can I get you to hit that like button? I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you have any family, friends, or loved ones who you think could use any of this information, please feel free to share it with them. Now, getting past all that, we got a lot of stories to get through. I'm bringing it all to a close of the week, so it's a lot of stories. Let's jump right in. So one of the first stories is Bitcoin miners shut as Texas power grid nears its brink. Right? What do they mean by brink? In that article, it said nearly all industrial-scale Bitcoin miners in Texas have shut off their machines as the companies brace for a heat wave that is expected to push the state's power grid near its breaking point. That's a lot of AC's got to run. Heat wave, hot as heck, need power. Yes, Bitcoin getting pushed to the side because it's hot, right? It's hot. It says there are over 1,000 megawatts worth of Bitcoin mining load that responded to ERCOT's conservation request by turning off their machines to conserve energy for the grid. Lee Bratcher, president of Texas Blockchain Council, told Bloomberg in an email response. Quote, this represents nearly all industrial scale Bitcoin mining load in Texas and allows for over 1% of total grid capacity to be pushed back onto the grid for retail and commercial use. So basically, that kind of puts a little damper on Bitcoin transactions, I would assume at this point, because you're reducing the amount of miners out there verifying all this stuff. So, is it going to be a slow? Did we see a slow? I don't know. But I do understand if that's the case, this is going to go on for a while. Because here in the States, this heat wave thing is ongoing. So, it might move further than Texas. We might see this happening in other states in the United States. So, yeah. Something to definitely keep our eyes on. If you see anything happening with Bitcoin, well, we can see here clearly some of these miners are having to slow their services or stop their services. Let's see. It also says miners may see a drop in profitability as the heat wave keeps their machines off, obviously, by sending energy prices soaring and further stressing the state's power grid. The miners are already struggling to repay debt and raise additional capital with Bitcoin prices in sharp decline. Shares of public miners have tumbled about 75% this year. And yes, if you weren't aware, so this is bigger than a heat wave when we start talking about resources, right? So debts have to be paid. You have a lot of things happening in the United States. We have inflation, one of many things that's caused by what we're not having that conversation today. Take your pick of any cause for it. So we're dealing with inflation. We're dealing with high fuel prices. A whole lot to explain that, but whatever. High fuel prices, and so this raises costs on a lot of things. So if you are mining, then you start seeing that you need money. Well, you're kind of in a position where you got to do what? Start selling off or trading off your Bitcoin for actual currency that you can use to pay bills, get food, and everything else. So that's a whole story of its own. This is stuff we already are aware of, but it's just interesting to see that they're putting the light on it. Moving along to our next article, it says Russia's biggest bank executes first digital asset transaction on its blockchain platform. Now, this is amazing news. This is amazing news because Russia already said they didn't want to deal with United States currency. And so if this is the case, we're going to see Russia working hand in hand with China, as we know, start catapulting this technology and the use. This is awesome. This article says, announcing the news today, S. Burbank said it had launched the smart contract-based blockchain platform and carried out the first transaction with its subsidiary SBIR Factoring, executing a 1 billion ruble, about 15 million issue with a 3-month maturity. The launch of the platform and or obtaining the status of an operator is the result of the teamwork of many divisions of our bank in close cooperation with the Bank of Russia. Anatoly Popov, deputy chairman of the Bank of Esper Bank, said in the announcement. Wow, so yeah, I mean, we already heard Russia say that they were going to treat cryptocurrencies as foreign currencies, and here we're seeing that they are moving ahead with it. Like they want ruble for you to get their petroleum, right? It's the same thing we're seeing happening in Africa, same thing we're seeing happening in China. This is nation going back to nation. It is what it is. If you're familiar with what I just said, you know what time it is. And so that's just what this is. It's nation going back to nation. It has to happen. For the longest time, things have been, well, you know how things have been. And so now, changes are coming. So is this a bad thing? Yeah. It's just to each his own. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep on moving. Crypto, next article. Crypto is likely to integrate with the future financial system? No way. Why would that happen, right? Hong Kong Monetary Authority's HKMA CEO Eddie Hu recently said that the cryptocurrencies are likely to play a central role in the financial systems in the future, despite the recent problems in the sector. Well, thank you, sir. We never knew that was possible, that it was going to play a major role in the financial system and in these economies. But that's why most of us are in this space, because we know that. Awesome. But thank you, Mr. Yu. To continue, it says the technology and the business innovated behind these developments are likely to be important for our future financial system. Yu said successfully crypto protocols could be altered to adapt to the current financial market. He also stressed the importance of comprehensive regulation that can support the healthy growth of this implementation. So, yes, we're seeing everybody jumping in and working to get it done. This isn't anything new. It's just more confirmation. All right, moving on to this next article. Crypto.com Coinbase secure approval from Italian regulator. Crypto.com and Coinbase have been approved by Italy's Organismo Agente e Mediatore, OAM, to offer crypto trading, custody services, and other products in Italy. Coinbase and Crypto.com. Yeah, I don't even wonder. You know what time it is. Both companies have been making moves to extend their product offerings across Europe with the regulatory approval from OAM. They have joined other key players like Binance as one of the few crypto asset operators with the license to offer virtual currency services in Italy. Look, step by step, day by day, right? You know what it is. Full House, no, brother. It's not. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is we're going to see this reach out and touch all nations. It's not going anywhere, okay? This is going to touch all nations, and we're going to see this new system shortly become exactly what we knew it was. And we're going to see the value of the value of the currencies that we're holding. We're going to see them increase drastically. Just hold tight. This isn't financial advice, but hold tight. This is not financial advice. All right, it says in March 2022, Crypto.com joined the list of crypto firms to secure approval from the Dubai Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority for its virtual assets license. The provisional approval will allow the company to expand its customer base and set up a regional headquarters in the Emirates. So look at that. It's just more confirmation that it's happening all over. Continuing, it says the Monetary Authority of Singapore, the MAS, went on to grant the company an in-principle approval to offer payment services to the South Asian market. Chris Marzelek, co-founder and CEO of Crypto.com, noted that Singapore was a flourishing market with a well-regulated environment for the company to deepen its roots. Okay, I don't know what else to say about that other than, it's happening everywhere. It is literally happening. All these nations are involved in this space. This is great news for all of us who are still collecting our cryptocurrencies, because all these nations are going to be in this space using this stuff. As long as you know what it is that you're holding and you're keeping track of this currency and you know that it's going to continue to move forward, you should be fine. You shouldn't just be holding and not thinking. You should still be keeping contact and finding out what's going on with these currencies. I'll try to do my best to keep up to date with these things, but you've got to do your own research and stay informed, all right? But let's get on to another article. Final Fantasy NFTs coming to Polkadot and Square Enix Engine Alliance. So Square Enix has hooked up with the Engine blockchain, and they're going to be producing their NFTs on Polkadot. The article says one of the most successful video game series of all time is set to receive the NFT treatment in 2023. As Japanese publisher Square Enix, which is known for a lot of video games, AAA, alright? But it says Japanese publisher Square Enix has partnered with blockchain gaming firm Engine to release NFTs based on the Final Fantasy franchise. Most of you people have been in the space for a while. You already know who Engine is, and you've already been keeping up with it, and you're probably holding some of that yourself. But let's continue. The NFTs won't be purely digital products, however. They're tied to physical action figures and trading cards based on the Smash role-playing game RPG Final Fantasy VII to commemorate the original PlayStation game's 25th anniversary. So, an NFT for something to verify and prove that you're holding the real thing, right? I don't know how that's going to pan out, but nonetheless, they're in the space, right? It's just another business in the space. All right, now this is going to be our final story for the day, and this one is major story here. Brazilian fintech BEE4 to launch first local tokenized stock marketplace. Now, we all have known for the longest time that cryptocurrencies was going to be the new stock, right? And by that, not that cryptocurrencies are the stocks, but you're going to use those cryptocurrencies to make a new stock market, right? So the old stock market, you have to connect your bank, you send money into some of these apps, is how you do it. You'll send money in, then you'll buy shares of stocks, and if you're rewarded dividends on quarters, that'll show up back in that app, and you'll have that, and you can reinvest, yada yada yada. That's stocks, but that's slow, and you can't use it on the weekend, and you can't use it 24/7. And we already knew with blockchain technology that, wow, wait till they bring the stocks and bonds into this space, right? You're talking about trading stocks and bonds all hours of the night, 24/7, 365, limitless trading of stocks and bonds, right? We knew this was coming, didn't we? The article continues on to say the company plans to replicate the structure of a stock exchange and will allow Brazilian companies with annual revenues between 1.8 million and 55 million to make public offerings of up to 19 million. Come get your tokenized stocks through the crypto space on the blockchain network. That's what we knew it was coming. It's just a matter of time. It's going down. Don't be late. If you're late, it doesn't matter. I don't know what you're going to do. It is what it is. But we knew this was coming, right? The BEE4 platform will offer buy and sell orders, an open bid book, a trading floor, and auctions. It will run on the Quorum network based on the Ethereum blockchain, on which companies will tokenize their public offerings. Stille said. They will tokenize their shares, right? Wow. Is that major or what? Let's get it. Asset tokenization is a hot area in Brazil. In December, Brazil's only stock exchange, B3, said it was exploring opportunities in the asset tokenization, digital asset custody, and crypto as a service, and that's CAAS segments. And last week, Itaú Unibanco, Brazil's largest private bank, announced it plans to launch an asset tokenization platform that transforms traditional finance products into tokens. Do you not think China and Russia about to be a part of this, and they all tied to the BRICS? Do you not think that's what's going down? Low key, they're getting rid of the United States Stock Exchange. Low key, peep game. You got to see what's going on. We don't need that no more. It's coming to an end. Do you see what's going on? Do you see what they doing, and do you see what's going on? Unbelievable. That's our story to close this news day out. I hope y'all gained something from all this information. If you did, post in the comments below. If you got anything you want to add, post in the comments below. If you just feel some kind of way about a news story you heard, post in the comment section below. Look, I'm going to close with that, and I will catch you all in the next episode.